GMS. First,
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
wait.
Dawson, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won Clip of the Year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now, where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano. Can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome to Gaming Morning Show on Monday, February 14th, 2022. We appreciate you wherever you may be. Could be Facebook Gaming, could be Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or on our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. To the left side of your screen, wearing red, that is sports.gaming.
Weird. First time.
You know, I think,
First time. Brand new shirt.
I don't know if you know this, but I think red might be your color.
It's a good color. I like the color red.
You know what I was
You
also
notice
thinking?
I'm all askew today. Did you notice that?
Like, are you tilty?
Yeah. You can't tell because my background's not tilty because I
Because
don't
it's
wanna tell you
perfect.
why.
The,
It's a
the
secret.
reason is because it's perfect.
But I can clearly see my camera's all askew. It's fine.
So it's not the chair, it might be the camera.
No, it's for sure the camera. Something seems to have been bumped while I was gone.
You look like you're owling right now.
Interesting.
I didn't know
I'm
if,
gonna do
if,
this.
if you
It's
knew
gonna
this,
fall.
but you should consider polos might be a good look on you.
Yeah. I should get a couple.
Will you take that under
Just to be
consideration,
able to
please?
mix it up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's awesome. I just realized
I'll consult my personal shopper.
I'm wearing exactly what I wore yesterday. I promise I've changed. Didn't just sleep after the Super Bowl wearing this. Yesterday was a lot of fun. The Super Bowl happened. We'll talk about our experience and what it was like. We'll also have Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News coming up. That is in just about 15 minutes from now. That's a quarter hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you can go grab a cup of coffee, come back, and we'll have news for you. Also, sports later in the show. We'll do birthdays this day in gaming history later this hour. A whole bunch of fun stuff planned for you for this edition of a morning radio show that plays games. Good moron to you, I am JF Downs. It's good to see you. Scott Chick is here this morning. Earthling was incredibly patient this morning. By no means seemed to be wondering when the hell we were going to get started.
One of those mornings.
In no way.
Been
No way,
there.
shape, or form. Although I think Earthling technically gets credit for being first this morning, which I don't know if it happens all the time.
First,
Nice.
I mean, I remember seeing Downs say something. He's like, I thought I was late. But Downs was at 45 after 5 o'clock. Earthling was showing up right about 6. So I think by and large, I think Downs, Scott Chick, Kate Zaid, those who, of course, usually open the show, we're pretty on time. So.
Perfect.
So credit to Downs for being first, technically. Our head cartographer and diagrammer.
That's getting worse.
Sports.gaming, why are you there? It's one of my favorite SNL skits. Downs goes, we didn't see you yesterday. We would have never known. That's true. I did totally screw up Theater of the Mind. Although one member of the GMS audience who's not married to us was hanging out with us during the Super Bowl. So that was fun. So,
Well, really, 3 of them were.
oh, yeah.
Just one of them we didn't know first.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Hofbrew and Five Still were there, but, you know, I've known them a long time. Not to discount your presence.
sorry, off-brew.
It's my fault. I hope everyone had a good time yesterday. I love the Super Bowl, especially when it's a stress-free one. And yesterday, I didn't show any signs of stress, apparently. Just even keel the whole time.
The whole time.
Honestly, it was a lot of fun also because it was the Super Bowl, which, you know, I'm always in love with. But it was an extroversion buffet. I mean, we hadn't been together with many people for a while.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Do you need an alignment, Sean? Says Scott Chick. I know a doctor that can do that.
No, I'm better now. And I was hesitant to move it when I noticed it because every time I tried to touch the camera, I'd knock it down. But we did okay.
We're not going to mention any names
up and down.
who probably messed with that camera, but
Meow.
so
It's a good chance.
it's a good chance.
He's probably mad. He probably came in here every morning and he was like, "Where are you? This is when you're awake and everyone else is asleep and you let me outside." And he's just batting at the camera.
Are you in there?
No, he's like, "Ryan, I know you're in there.
You
Come let me out."
My attention. I gotcha. Was Arturo doing his best Christina Aguilera impression?
Yes.
Ryan, I know you're in there. Come on and let me out. I'm a kitty in a bottle. Meow. 23-20. Your Los Angeles Rams winners over the Cincinnati Bengals. I was trying to stay neutral the whole time. I think I was probably pulling for the Bengals, but when the Rams won, I was not bummed.
Nope.
So
Same.
yeah.
Same.
fine.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a pretty good game too.
I agree. I thought it was a pretty good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too much
I enjoyed
drama. There was a player for the Bengals who ran out on the field out of uniform and caused a penalty, so that wasn't a good moment. But yeah, pretty okay.
Should know better.
What was the highlight for you food-wise? Because we had a whole bunch of good stuff there.
Ooh, the 7-layer dip's always a highlight for me. That was pretty tasty. Yeah, probably the 7-layer. The meatballs were pretty solid, but those are easy. Can do those anytime. The 7 layers, pretty yummy.
They were trying to describe it. Hefty wife and hefty daughter made that, and I was like, "Hefty daughter, did you help with the food?" Because I had seen her in the kitchen before the whole thing started, but I wasn't 1,000% sure. And so we're on the way home, and I asked that question, and she goes, "Yeah, I was in charge of mixing the mayonnaise and the sour cream," and I went. And you put that in your mouth as a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, yummy.
There were seasonings in there.
Yeah, that's what my wife tried to convince me of. Is like once you put the taco seasoning in, it doesn't even taste like mayonnaise nor sour cream anymore. I'm like,
That's true. It just tastes like 7-layer.
gross.
I'm a big fan of like 5.5 of those 7 layers. There's lots of beans, but I ate it anyway.
5/7 layer dip.
Good morning.
Earthling is back. Yeah, we were highlighting your patience, Earthling. Welcome back. Down said, I predicted that the Bengals would shut out the Rams. I was quite wrong. That did not come true. They shut them out for the first 6 minutes of the game, so you were close. 10th of the way there, so.
Yep.
Yeah, first touchdown, 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. So it's about 9 minutes to your credit. Today is National Clean Out Your Computer Day. It's National Ferris Wheel Day. Do you like Ferris wheels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind heights. And I like being able to it's cool being able to see really far when you're up high.
Yeah.
So I like Ferris wheels.
I think I used to like them a lot more. When they start doing the whole, your bucket starts swinging a little bit more. I'm like, I don't know if I prefer that, but I think it's fine, I guess. It's National Organ Donor Day. National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. Is this like the day of the day for the chocolates that are in those gift boxes.
Ooh, maybe.
So you get
Those
like
truffles?
the one that has like hazelnut over here. It's not counting that, but it's for like
Right.
the one that over here.
That's a
banana.
nut-filled chocolate.
Yeah.
This is like the hazelnut cream one over there.
Okay. It's also International Book Giving Day.
I'll work on it.
Okay. And Pet Theft Awareness Day.
Oh no, Arturo!
Watch out! It's terrifying when you think about it. So those are all your days of the day, and of course, today one of the days of the day is trending on Twitter. Valentine's Day is trending on
Never heard
Twitter. Not acknowledging it.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I thought we had that. So we're asking you the question, the first question that comes to everyone's mind, I'm sure, on Valentine's Day. How do you feel about those little hearts with the words on them?
Conversation hearts.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I think so anyway.
I mean, what kind what kind of conversation starts with, "Hey, want to get busy?"
I don't know. Sometimes really good ones.
A direct
Sometimes
conversation.
Not good ones. I feel like so they're always a lot harder than I want them to be, right? And I feel like that wasn't the case when I was younger, or there was one time I had some that weren't hard and I liked them, and that was a fluke. Because I don't know, every time I've had them, other than this mystery time when I was a kid, I eat them, I'm like, ah, they're so hard. So maybe I just had stale ones when I was like 7, and that set the bar in a weird place.
Yeah, and I guess to be fair, I think at least like 3/4 of our chatters this morning, although Jordy just showed up. Good morning to you, Jordy. Are not in the U.S., so I don't know if these are universal. Like, can you find the little chalky candy heart, or chalky candy hearts with the words on them in multiple places, or is that like a U.S. centric thing? Oof. I had to get over that one stalled out car, and that was really bizarre. So
yeah, he really seemed to be broken down.
yeah.
Oh, I could have left it. You probably would have gotten me that assist.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, top of the more on to you, Downs. Or Jasper, thank you for being here, Jordy. Downs goes, I was given a pack of love hearts, as they are called here, because that answers one of my questions.
Good moron.
At
Love
work
hearts is a
4
better
years
name.
ago, and they're still at my drawer. Wait, what? So you were given the candy hearts 4 years ago, and you've just left them at work? Granted, I guess there's a chance that you've been away from your desk at work for, 3 years now. Or 2 years, I guess. It's only been 2. It feels like 3. Huh. You should have one of those today, Downs. Do they get softer, do you think, the older they get, or the earlier they are?
No, I think they're, at least from what I could tell, it seems like they're supposed to be that hard.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking is maybe that pack that you've had as a kid or whatever that you thought was really good, maybe it was incredibly stale.
Yeah, maybe they were like 3-year-old. Maybe I need you to send me those hearts from your work, from your desk drawer. Maybe they're the consistency I want.
Yeah, kind of like that, almost like squishy.
Yeah, and not more squishy than they are, yeah, but not like mushy.
You don't want them to be spongy per se. Top of the moron to you, Wu Dang Pig. It's good to see you.
Top of the moron.
Drop by the office and get them. Let us know how they are. Yeah, if you could, Downs, that would be very appreciated. Just, I don't know what kind of things that you and your work have talked about. For example, I can't come in because of these concerns, blah, blah, blah. And then you show up and we're like, why are you here now? Oh, I'm just getting my candy hearts.
Really important.
Jordy Jasper says, I'd say harder and more stale, but eating chalk is fun, kids. Gaming Morning Show does not condone eating chalk.
Depends on the chalk, I guess.
Yeah, I actually agree with you.
Maybe it's really yummy chalk.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when you do eat them, and sometimes they just kind of like melt in your mouth instantly, as opposed to having to sit there for a couple years. They have a very slow dissolve rate. Oh, that was you. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that happened. Downs, yes, it's a little bit of I have not been to the office in a while, and also I don't want to eat chalk. Gotcha. Okay.
Could be yummy.
I just also still find the concept of those very odd because, like I said, like some of them say, let's get busy, and you're opening those up in like second grade.
I don't think there are any of them that are that explicit.
I swear there were. Maybe I was getting a different type
I don't
of heart.
I don't think there are.
Well, maybe I'm just reading the following. Sweethearts, because this was off a Google search. I asked, what are those conversation heart things called? Which you answered that question for me without the Google machine, so I could have just asked you, I suppose. Conversation starters. So sweethearts, also known as conversation hearts, are small heart-shaped sugar candies sold around Valentine's Day. Each heart is printed with a message such as be mine, kiss me, call me, let's get busy, or miss you.
I don't remember any of them ever saying, let's get busy.
Well, maybe, again, Downs received those at work, for example, so maybe it's a message to try to encourage productivity.
Oh, like literally, let's get busy.
Yeah.
Like you're really lazy. Let's get busy. Also, let's date.
I just wanted to show you that I appreciate you and all the work that you put toward this company. But also your productivity is slacking, so if you could please just get busy, that would be great. I can't help but notice our metrics are slacking. Please get busy.
I can't help but notice you haven't replied to any of my emails. How about this tiny heart?
Per my last email.
Per my last tiny heart.
Uh-oh, that's unfortunate. No! It missed wide! I thought that was we were doomed on that one. Of course, our first game of the day has to go to overtime.
It does.
I wish, you know, is there not a setting in Rocket League that's, you know, toggle on ties?
Nope.
I mean, soccer is all about draws.
Oh yeah, but every Rocket League game is a championship.
Get that in there! Oh, you tried so hard! It's just in there.
Jeez.
It's not working. Downs goes, actually, I think I brought them back in a folder when I evacuated. You called it an evacuation? Wait, are you not in your office for a different reason than just the pandemic? Is everything okay? Man, 3 minutes of overtime nearly. Nice. Oh, slow down.
All right. I'm gonna kick it over.
Come on, Gravy. Yes!
There we go.
And an assist for you, too. Look at that.
Yeah, that's two on the match.
One of life's winners. Congratulations. Well, that's been the show for today. That was exhausting.
Can't believe it's 10 o'clock.
Wait, what? We were on for an extra hour?
Overtime.
You are one of life's winners.
You are too, Chad. It's 6:27 on the West Coast, 9:27 out east. It is 2:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. And at Downs' evacuated office. Downs, when they asked you to go, so my experience, for example, was, hey, we have to shut down because there's a pandemic. We don't know quite what to expect with this virus. This is in March of 2020. My experience was very calm and like, go home. We'll figure things out. When you were getting told to go home, were there like lots of red lights flashing and such? Folks in camo like telling you to move down the staircase as quickly but in orderly of a fashion as possible and to remain calm? If only you had read my last conversation, Hart, you would have known that we were supposed to leave the office quickly but orderly. So anyway, it's Valentine's Day is trending, so I don't think anyone's necessarily actually shared how do you feel about them. We got lost in Downs's memory of hearts. So if you can let us know what you think of these heart things, let me know. I will share mine on the other side of the news. It's time to get informed. We need to know the headlines of the day. We will check in with Look It's Maiko later on this hour, see what Maiko's tracking. But for this news, it's video games related. Here's hashtag video games expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, February 14th, 2022. And this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We have some Capcom news, kind of. We have some Capcom teasing of news, so that's kind of news. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Capcom's teasing something with a new countdown. We've been enjoying lots of good Capcom games lately with Resident Evil remakes and new entries into the long-running horror series, or Monster Hunter Rise. So Capcom's been busy, and now there's something mysterious. Capcom tweeted out a random link, which is in the story we provided, that goes to a tweet. That tweet is goes to a Capcom countdown timer. That's all we know. So far, it's at 6 days, 15 hours. What's it counting down to? We don't know.
There was speculation on Twitter. I actually thought about teasing this in either our tweet that we're live or whatever, because it said that Resident Evil fans are like, oh, this is something Resident Evil related. And then Street Fighter fans are like, ooh, this is something that's Street Fighter related.
Yep.
Who is right? Find out. Also, I just learned that my mouth sound effect for a ticking clock actually sounds more like my left blinker is on.
That's true. Yeah, that's more of a blinker for sure.
I didn't answer anything for you.
That's okay. There's no one knows. It's a mystery. So I guess we'll find out soon, and we'll see. Capcom has already said that Resident Evil Village DLC is on the way. So maybe it's something Resident Evil Village related, but we don't know. We'll find out in 6 days and 15 hours, I guess.
Yeah, DLC for Resident Evil Village. Can't wait.
Nah, we never played the DLC for Biohazard.
Wait, what? They made more of that awful, scary, spooky-ass game?
Yeah.
Why?
Did you want to go back and check it out?
Why did that sound like Christopher Walken?
Why?
Why? I can't
Would
even do anything.
Why would you make more of that game? In our second news story, since it has the word second in it, the second annual Accessibility Award nominees have been announced. And they celebrate Far Cry 6, It Takes Two, Halo Infinite, and of course many more. This is from Rebecca Valentine of IGN. The 2021 Video Game Accessibility Awards has just unveiled its list of nominees with a wide, diverse spread of games being celebrated and no single title running away with dozens of nominations. So a good spread throughout the industry. The winners will be announced on March 12th of 2022 on a live stream hosted by Accessibility Awards co-creators Steven Spohn and Alana Pierce. There's just so many nominees. Here we go. They were all in picture form. I didn't want to go through an entire collage of pictures to look at some nominees. There's the Second Channel Award for games that give players a second means or interface to get the information they may need to progress. There's Clear Text for games that allow players to reliably read text in the game for its interfaces. Input Reduction for games that allow players to decrease the amount of input reduction needed to successfully undertake a sequence of actions required by the game. That one's wordy. And many, many more. The live stream, like I said earlier, is going to be in March 12th. So check that out if you're interested. This is interesting for sure. I might check it out.
I was so busy trying to find the damn tweet, but it's from Rebecca Valentine of IGN. I couldn't find it, but you can click the link provided in the chat, and this is what it looks like when you get to the website finally. So, man, that was hard.
Nice. In our last news story of the day, Call of Duty Modern Warfare sequel and a new Warzone confirmed for this year. This is from Marcus Stewart of Game Informer. Obviously, there's been a lot going on with Activision Blizzard, and the story we linked reminds you of that at the very beginning. It says, important to keep in mind what's going on with the Activision Blizzard at this time regarding ongoing allegations about the work culture, and then discusses the ongoing lawsuit. But in non-lawsuit related news for them, they've updated their community page and gave fans a peek into Season 2 of Warzone with grander releases on the horizon. Namely the annual title for Fall, which has been confirmed to be the much-rumored sequel to the 2019's Modern Warfare reboot. The upcoming sequel, as well as a new Warzone experience, will be designed together using a new engine, quote, from the ground up. Yes, Warzone is getting a successor, with the post adding that it will be a, quote, massive evolution of Battle Royale. Which probably just means it's more of the same Battle Royale, just with new guns.
I mean, that's an odd way to phrase something, though, if you're actually not going to try to
yeah, but
change the
they've
genre.
hyped things up before.
I know.
Now you jump out of helicopters.
Actually, that's what you do now, I believe.
Now you jump out of hot air balloons. The beginning of the game is very slow and boring.
It now takes approximately 30 minutes for the balloon to get from the outskirts of the map to a place where you can actually launch. So,
they continued since it feature a new battleground and sandbox mode. Infinity Ward sits at the helm of both of these titles. So there you go. Will this get some people back to Call of Duty after skipping the latest one? Us. We'll see. I did enjoy Modern Warfare. It was a good one.
I think you'll have a harder time with me on this one, but I might be past my Call of Duty window. I might feel about Call of Duty as nostalgic as I did about the halftime show yesterday. It was part of my life back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time. I know I wouldn't play it as much as we did for a while, but I did like the single player aspect of Modern Warfare. I just don't know if I care enough.
Well, I was gonna say it's too bad you can't rent the campaign.
Right.
No. I guess I got a GameFly subscription. I could reserve it for you, let you play it, and then we could send it on back.
That's true. That might be the way. But we'll see.
Figure it out.
We got trailers to see and launch reviews to read and all that, so we got time. Always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Infernax. Out on PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Heart of the Woods, out on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. River City Girls Zero, out on Switch. Smash Star, out on Switch. And for the most prestigious award in this video game morning show, is your favorite segment within a segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp XXL, out on Switch. Why'd they repeat Monster?
All right,
Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp XX. I don't know.
I got a pitch for you. Okay, it's about a game. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna take an Inferno. Okay, but the Inferno will all be started and maintained by an axe.
Okay.
Infernax.
I'm on board.
Okay.
Although I thought it was, Dr. Seuss, the Lorax. I thought it was just the Lorax, but with fire.
I'm here to speak for the trees. The trees that
Oh,
I can
no.
get rid of with the swift breeze. Because he's made of fire. And if you're made of fire and the breeze picks up, then the wind blows and then more things get destroyed.
Infernax.
Cough syrup and fire. Thanks for being here. That is our name of the morning. Monster Prom 2, Monster Camp Double XL. So, are we going to prom or are we going to camp?
I don't know. It's like they made two games and they couldn't decide which one. And so they just made both and put them together.
That's right. They'll be good hands. Mike O used to be a camp counselor.
Mike job number 4.
So, Mike will take... Actually, Mike has both, because Mike also used to work at a school.
Mike job number 5.
And once wore a Chewbacca costume in jogging shorts to prom. So, they'll be in good hands.
And good jogging shorts.
Speaking of, look, it's Mike-O. Top of the moron to you, look, it's Mike-O. It's good to see you.
Good moron.
Look, it's Mike-O is the host of GMS After Dark and will be on 4:45 p.m. Pacific time this Wednesday, so please check that out. Also, we're going to check in with Look, it's Mike-O getting ready in the newsroom. See what Mike is tracking at this hour. Yesterday was the Super Bowl. I believe Bear Bear was rooting for the Bengals, is what I remember Bear Bear telling us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, oh there, Bengals fan, whose Bear Bearness might be a LAN, an area network, local to just us. Make your presence known, Bear Bear. Get off the bus. Oof.
It was a rough one, but
It's
it
rocky.
worked.
Yeah. I think your voice assistant that is in control of opening the blinds whenever I do my little rhyme was like, ooh, maybe not.
Maybe we'll leave it closed this time.
Maybe it's like
Let's
Downs.
close some of the other blinds instead.
Maybe it's like Downs was like, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet, which is the voice assistant equivalent of someone you're asking for a date who says, I can't that day. I'm washing my hair. It's Valentine's Day. That's Bear Bear. Did we get Bear Bear anything for Valentine's Day?
No, he's severely allergic to conversation hearts.
Good. So I didn't want to get busy anyway. Let's check in with Look, it's Mike-O. What Mike-O's tracking at this hour.
Mike, unmute your microphone. Mike, we would certainly appreciate it if you unmute your microphone. Thank you in advance. Mike, unmute your microphone. Mike, unmute your microphone. Mike, we would certainly appreciate it if you unmute your microphone. Thank you in advance. Mike, unmute your microphone.
Mike, buddy. We're gonna check back with you. The captions were coming through loud and clear, but the audio from that, man, we spent all that business money on a studio. You know what we should have built in? Because this is what Big Boy Radio does. Okay, when I'm in the newsroom, I have control of my microphone, but when you're in the main studio, you also have control of my mic. We should have built redundancy in.
Yep.
That would have been smart. It turns out that Mike was telling you about a story about passengers on an Air Asia flight. The trip had to be rerouted because apparently there were, I'm not making this up, there was a snake on the plane.
Great. What's happening?
No report yet if Samuel L. Jackson was on that plane. Someone related to the story said that neither passengers nor guests were in danger. Passengers were able to continue their journey. Still, travelers with upcoming flights have no need to worry about their vacations, that they'll actually turn into a real-life version of the movie Snakes on a Plane. In fact, a statement obtained by CNA, maybe CNN, I don't know. Ling noted that what happened on Thursday's plane is not common. This is a very rare incident, which can occur on any aircraft from time to time.
What?
I don't think it happens as often
that's how
as you
snakes
think.
work. Just like, oh, now there are snakes. It's not normal. It's not a rare occurrence. Something went wrong. That's what happened.
There are several things that have to happen for this to occur. For example, one, someone has to check a snake onto the plane. There's rarely, well, it could have been a stowaway, I guess. Is it stowaway? Stowaway? Anyway.
Snake away.
Coming this fall from the makers of the, I don't know, rubber chicken. It's a snake in your pocket. I don't know what I'm trying to do. It's a thing. Anyway, we'll check in with Liquid's Mike Go next hour, see if Mike's got a different story for us as well. Top of the moron to you, Jack. It is good to see you this morning.
Good moron.
And Quiet I'm Gaming is here.
Top of the moron.
Snake away. The mongoose in a can. Oh, like the old snakes jumping out of the... Gotcha. Jack's quoting the dub to the infamous line, or the famous line from Snakes on a Plane. Do you remember seeing the safe for TV version of that?
I don't, but I can imagine.
Let's have you recreate it. So Jack's got your line. You are Samuel L. Jackson, but you're being told you now need to cut this line for TBS. And action.
I've had it with these snakes on this plane.
Are the snakes interested in the weekend?
Oh, I see. I missed that one. I've had it with these Monday through Friday snakes on my Monday through Friday plane. At least they're not on my weekend plane.
Hello. Thank you for flying.
Oh no.
Delta Airlines. This is your captain speaking. Thank you for being here on Delta Airlines. We appreciate you taking one of our flights on this beautiful Saturday as we fly through the sky. I want to let you know here on Delta Airlines that our Saturday flights are completely snake-free. If you are looking for a snake flight, please be sure to book at delta.com or 1-800-DELTA-AIR anytime for one of our Monday through Friday departures. Thank you.
Please select our Monday through Friday plane.
So sick of those Monday through Friday planes. That's what the... That's a beautiful bend. Holy cow. I don't know how you did it. But... Wow. The spin on that. The English. Jack goes Samuel L. Jackson, more like Chris Walken channeling Samuel Jackson channeling Pepperidge Farms. What? How on earth did we get 2 Christopher Walken references in the first 47 minutes of the show?
Oh no.
Yeah. I had one chance to stop them and I just missed. Right here. It's like, I'm going to get it. Oh. Quiet I'm Gaming. Your wasn't long enough. Needs to be about. Okay. This is your captain speaking from the flight deck. We really appreciate joining us for this early departure from, well, I don't remember what place we're leaving from or where we're going. All I know is this is our Sunday departure, so thank you for being here. No snakes today.
We took a flight this weekend. I was coming back into PDX on a pretty small Alaska flight Saturday, and someone was at our gate, so we landed, and the pilot gets on and he goes, "Yeah, there's another plane at our gate. We're gonna sit here on the runway for some amount of time. We'll get you out pretty quick." It was like, some amount of time? What does that mean?
How long did some amount of time end up being?
It ended up being like 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I was really worried when he couldn't like pinpoint it more than some amount of time. Some amount of time. I was like, okay. Buckle up.
See, like, I would assume that he said that because communication from somebody in his ear told him that, you know, hey, you're going to be, but we don't know how long. But I would love to imagine, that person got like a text message and that part got like screwed up in the communication. And so like couldn't actually read how long it was supposed to be.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Or the co-pilot has tremendously bad penmanship. So was trying to send him a note on the other side of the plane without being on the microphone. Top of the moron.
Good moron.
To Dungeon Meowster KJ, our Super Bowl party partner from yesterday, and the only member of the GMS audience who is hanging out with us that's not married to us.
Get wrecked, off brew. 5 so.
Sorry, off brew.
We had the honor of having GMS's culinary expert there to make us a fine selection of fruits and I believe vegetables too. I can't remember who brought the veggie tray, to be honest. But what I did admire is KJ brought both kiwi, just like the fact that kiwi was in the mix, so appreciated that. But also the apples were cored and sliced into circles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There were apple rings.
You know what it made me want to do is also get some apples shaped like X's and play tic-tac-toe. Because they were that perfect of like a perfect circle.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Top of the moron to you, Groggy. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here on this Monday edition.
Good moron.
Hungry for apples, Jerry Smith. I just read that. I'm not entirely sure what it meant.
Yeah, me neither.
I thought Granny Smith was in charge of apples.
Oh, maybe Granny Smith's name was Jerry.
Ooh, good point. The fruit was superb owl. True.
It was.
Yeah, you were the superbest of owls. Oh, I tried to get you an assist and I deflected it wide. I promise my intention was good. And instead that.
Our teammate is not amazing.
No. I'm sorry, teammate. We tried.
I keep trusting, like, he'll be in a situation that, like, if you're in, I'm like, oh, he's gonna hit that. Then I keep trusting he'll like do things and then doesn't. Oh, gotta stop assuming.
Makes a out of and I like how I censored you and me in that. Oh, so close.
Nice try.
By the way, we are talking about GMS Plays Horizon Forbidden West. That's coming out this week. It's coming out this week. How excited are
It
you?
sure is. And the reviews are out. Apparently the review embargo was really early for this, which is great because I got to read a bunch of reviews last night. Looking good so far.
Nice. Nice.
Nice work.
So Jordy Jasper had said earlier, ooh, Horizon this week. So if you don't know kind of the rollout for this, we have been playing Far Cry 6 on GMS Plays as a YouTube exclusive, episode by episode, on YouTube 3 times a week. And now the plan is we're going to launch with a live edition of GMS Plays for Horizon Forbidden West. And then we'll have YouTube exclusives for the rest of the Let's Play. So very excited about that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited.
Losers. All right, it's okay because we're super late. It's 6:54 all of a sudden. 9:54. Audi's 2:54 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thanks for hanging around with us. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming. This is Gaming Morning Show from NPR. Good morning to you, Culty Vibes. It is good to see you. Thanks for being here for Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the Mora.
We are asking you today, Valentine's Day is trending. So we're asking you, how do you feel about those little hearts with words on them? An early contender for a takeaway that was pretty okay is we may have learned that some of these will say, get busy on them. Let's get busy.
Let's get busy. Naughty.
Which is certainly a productivity request for those at work. So.
Might as well just say, answer your emails.
All right, we got a whole bunch of stuff to get to with birthdays today. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know, because we would love to celebrate with you. We always talk about the adjective that Cleveland.com gives to the people. Now, this makes sense, but because the person only has one name, it makes me giggle a little bit. Magician Teller turns 74.
74? Wow. Looks pretty good for 74.
Teller's the quiet one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Today, actress and author Meg Tilly turns 62.
Nice. She once dated actor Colin Firth.
Go Firth and date. That's one of the candy hearts. Go Firth and date.
I don't think that's one of them.
Actor Phill Lewis today is 54, was on the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Nice.
Simon Pegg is 52 today. Does all of the, like, Shaun of the Dead movies.
Yep.
S-H-A-U-N, I believe.
Yes. So close.
I giggle because I thought I had a Rob Thomas impression potentially, but I tried to like see where it was, and it wasn't there. So maybe I don't. Singer Rob Thomas is 50 today.
Here he is, dressed up like a nutcracker soldier.
Are you sure? I think Rob Thomas is behind.
Nah, there's only one person in that picture. It's wearing a little top hat with his top hat goes.
Danai Gurira turns 44 today, actress, and then singer Dwele turns 44 today. Dwele from Detroit, American soul singer, rapper, songwriter, and record producer. Let's see. Jake Lacey. Jake Lacey turns 36 today.
Fun fact, he graduated from the UNC School of the Arts.
Yesterday was the Super Bowl, a team that has once won a Super Bowl. Your Philadelphia Eagles legendary Eagles receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, is 32 today.
Nice.
And actor Freddie Highmore turns 30 today.
Played the the young Norman Bates in the TV series Bates Motel.
And we've talked about this, correct? That before you turn the age of 18, adulthood, when you were in the household, young men were known as masters. So to you, Freddie Highmore, who portrayed Master Norman Bates in the TV series Bates Motel, happy 30th. Any other birthdays?
No, I don't think so.
Jazz saxophonist Maceo Parker, 79. That was a flawless jazz saxophone impression.
It's true. It's one of the only songs that he can play on jazz saxophone. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's actually good because we got a whole bunch of stuff in this day in gaming history, but also sat on Twitter this morning. Ivan Reitman, who is apparently the director of Ghostbusters, has died, according to Variety. Widely successful comedies of the 70s and 80s, including Ghostbusters, died in his sleep on February 12th, his family confirmed to the Associated Press. Ivan Reitman was 75.
Also did Animal House.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and many other comedies during that time.
That movie makes me want to shout. So, Reitman is not correct. Reitman. So Ivan Reitman, director of Ghostbusters. There you go. This day in gaming history, 2001, British manufacturer Pace Microtechnology, which does not make pacemakers. Well, actually, maybe they did. I mean, there's no way I would know if a company named Pace Microtechnology, who happens to release pictures and some details of its television set-top box, the system will be able to play Sega Dreamcast video games. That's this day in gaming history 21. There's no way I could know. Maybe Pace has a pacemaker division.
I don't think so, no.
How would I know? Also, today in 2001, Nintendo announces the release dates of the Game Boy Advance. March 21st in Japan and June 11th in the United States. 2002, Capcom releases Maximo, Ghosts of Glory. Nope, Ghosts to Glory for PlayStation 2.
That sounds intense.
In 2003, Nintendo put out the Game Boy Advance SP. Internally, it's the same as the Game Boy Advance. New features include a rechargeable battery and a flip-up 2.9-inch color LCD screen with built-in front lighting. The rechargeable lithium-ion battery powers the system for about 10 hours with the light on, or about 18 hours without. The size is 3.33 by 3.23 by 1 inches. Weight is 5 ounces.
Nice.
That was my audition to be a Siri voice. 2004, Nintendo releases the Game Boy Advance SP and Classic. And man, this is like Game Boy window, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it sure is.
And Classic NES color, controller style colors in Japan. 2005, Nintendo releases WarioWare Touched for the Nintendo DS in the United States. 2006, EA releases Fight Night Round 3 for a bunch of machines. That same year, Capcom releases the Resident Evil Deadly Silence video game for Nintendo DS. That same year, Final Fight Streetwise came out for 2 machines. Atari, that same year, put out Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure for Xbox and PlayStation 2. And Square Enix put out Grandia 3 for PlayStation 2.
Man, 2006 Valentine's Day. It's popping.
Get all the games. Could have had anything that you wanted. They all came with candy hearts. 2011, Square Enix put out Dragon Quest VI Realms of Revelation for Nintendo DS. And in 2012, Sony put out the Twisted Metal video game for PlayStation 3 in the United States. And that is birthdays in this day in gaming history.
Whew. It's busy.
Next hour, we're going to go on a journey because today Valentine's Day is happening. It's trending on Twitter. So we're asking you, of course, what do you think of those little hearts with the words on them? So we are going to give you the top 10 Valentine's Day candies according to the Blueprint, which is the student newspaper of Downers Grove South High School in Illinois.
Perfect.
Preeminent source. Listen, I was once on a student newspaper. It's kind of fun that people can get a chance to share your work, and we're going to do that today on Gaming Morning Show. Top of the Moron to Tracer and Superphonic.
Top of the moron.
We will see you on the other side of the break. Also next hour, sports!
Sports.
So stick around. Sports.gaming, Hefty Goof coming back on Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
or to let love sink in into me. I don't mean to make things so complicated, but you know with a heart that has been jaded so many times. Jump in line with it staring a fair, and I think you know why. Cause oh, you know you're making me nervous. You're digging deep, you scratched on my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me nervous. But I'm still trying to see if you're worth it. I'm feeling out of my league, I'm opening your teeth. What you're saying to me makes me nervous. Yeah, I'm feeling out of my league, I'm opening your teeth. What you're saying to me makes me nervous. No one ever learned just how to take a compliment. In my mind they never could be genuine, whether too rehearsed to being their word. And I can't tell if it's a spell or if I'm cursed. What's worse? Cause you know you're making me nervous. Yeah, you're digging deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me nervous. But I'm still trying to see if you're worth it. I'm feeling out of my league, I'm opening your teeth. What you're saying to me makes me nervous. Yeah, I'm feeling out of my league.
Okay, we'll roll with this. By the way, they give us some context. Pastries are different from breads in that they have a higher fat content, which gives them a flakier, more crumbly texture. You hear that? Biscuits versus scones?
Same.
Same. So there's 5 different types of pastries. I'm not going to read them because there's a lot of words I don't want to say in there. There's 5 different types. We'll post this link and you can learn it after the show. It's your homework, Chad. All right, I'll start with number 1.
1.
Croissants. I like croissants a lot. My favorite type of sandwich, croissant sandwich. Like, I love a good rye bread, don't get me wrong. Sourdough dough is super overrated. Oh, sourdough.
Like rye or sourdough or croissants.
I also love white bread.
Or anything.
Or anything. I hate joy.
I'm feeling out of my league, I'm opening your
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show,
what you say to me.
list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. In fact, it is Monday, February 14th, 2022. Some would refer to it as Valentine's Day. That is today. That is the love of my brother-in-law life. That is Sports Talk Gaming. I'm Hefty Goof. It's good to see everybody this morning. You appear to be munching on something.
Yeah.
What's for breakfast?
Candy hearts. That one said, answer your emails.
To be honest, to be truthfully honest, folks at my work likely would be inclined to give me check your damn email candy hearts.
Yep.
I don't want to send you a text message. Check your email. That's a really lot of words to put on a heart.
Can we make candy hearts that just have Bob quotes?
K-Laugh! Write that one down. Dungeon Meowster KJ says, Mr. 20k emails. That is insulting. Thank you very much. I'm Mr. 112k emails. Thank you.
So stressful.
What?
That's
You know that 112... Okay, I have 112,548. You know 112,540 of those are junk mail.
Absolutely. But the number being so large, why even have the number up there? Just turn your badges off.
I mean, actually, that's a very good point. I don't need to have that on there. So.
I think that's what's like anytime because I'll leave things as unread and email as like a mark to like, oh, I need to do something with this. And usually it's an email that's like a reminder for something. I'm like, I know what that is. I'm not going to open this because when I check my phone tomorrow morning and I have that unread email, I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to do that thing. So I use it as kind of a reminder. But like if that, for whatever reason, gets out of hand and that number's like, for me, it's large when it's like 7 or 8. Once it starts to get that large, it's meaningless because I'm not going to remember, was it at 7 or 8? Do I have something to do in my email? And then it's like, then I'm just looking at my email all the time. That doesn't help anything. So I have to clean and tidy it up. But if the number's in the thousands, the hundreds of thousands, that's meaningless. It means nothing. It's just a big number. Yes.
You suggested I turn off that whole badge thing. That makes a ton of sense in the context of my email. All these other number things, though, if I'm not using them to signal something, should I just turn them off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because does it bother you that this is my front page of my phone? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6 by 4. Okay, of the 24 squares on this iPhone.
6 by 4. Okay, got it.
So yeah, the 6 by 4 grid. There's 24 squares above the bottom one, so the total of 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 have the little circles with numbers in them.
Mm-hmm. And do any of those actually alert you to anything?
Yes, in the sense that I know that there's something in there, but I don't use them anything practically. No.
Yeah, you just turn those off. Then you look like you're with it all the time.
But they're just numbers.
Like, no notifications.
That's okay. It makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Yeah.
Look how I did all of the things.
I mean, I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 pages of apps that I have just downloaded and never gone through.
Oof.
I don't think I'm gonna make the. I don't think I'm gonna make the "this stresses me out" team. I won't qualify. That doesn't stress me out in the least. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honestly, to you that I'm stressing you all out. So that's my feel badly about that. I do like Mike goes, I would give you check the Discord hearts.
It's true.
It's true. Well, listen, this is actually almost tangentially related to what you just said. I do check the Discord. I just don't necessarily have time to reply to anything in the Discord. So my messages would be clear. My number. So proud of myself. Brendan is here. Top of the moron to you.
Good moron.
It is good to see you. Thank you for being here. Mike goes, can we stop talking about this? I'm going to have an anxiety attack. Clear the damn messages. Sorry. Jack, when you lose a couple of dollars, that's a tragedy. But when you lose thousands of dollars, basically your kid's college fund, is statistic. You'll get over... Wait, I got that wrong. What are you talking about? Dungeon Meowster KJ, what the hell? No, Ryan, I cannot with you. Okay, so I have a question, Sean. Have you seen my calendar?
Yeah.
Would that stress you out?
No, because it's organized.
Okay.
It's chaotic, but it's chaotic out of necessity.
Okay. All right. So it's just the fact that I'm using the notifications and not using them with a purpose, and therefore it's just stressful to have all those numbers. Okay, I got you. I'm following. Okay. Brenda goes, at this point it's time to burn down the email address and start anew. Well, I also recently learned something. So we got an iPad 5-ish years ago and no longer use it for anything on a day in, day out basis between my wife and me. So that basically is used for music on the show and then my kids to FaceTime with friends. That's basically its only purpose in life at this point. And it dawned on me when I built that thing out that I was using my very first ever email address, which if you've ever heard me talk about first email addresses, those are a ride, especially for millennials, because we signed up at the birth of email. You know,
we signed up before we understood what we were doing.
The ramifications of having an email address that you use past the age of 15. Okay. And so, yeah, I have this email address. It didn't dawn on me when, like, messaging my daughter's friends or their parents or family members to organize, like, hey, this is the thing that you know, make FaceTime calls to. that email address, which is a reflection of the era in which I listened to the Insane Clown Posse, was showing up as, so, this email address is FaceTiming you. And so apparently my daughter's been fielding questions from these friends of hers and these parents going like, why does this email address have something about a killer clown? So yesterday I made a new email address.
Perfect.
For the iPad.
It was time. It was time. How many unread email messages does it have?
For that email?
Yep.
Probably one, which is thank you for signing up for this email. You know what I wish email providers would do? Hear me out. Okay? You sign up for an email, and then it goes, do you actually want to use this email address for email? And then you can say, no, I don't, and it will block every single email that you ever get to it, except for anything that says password or password recovery. Brendan goes, at this point, oh, yeah, I mentioned that one. Take it out back and put it down. Wait, did you just relate my use of badges on my iOS to murdering an animal? That's so sad. Jack's first email address was rhsjack099321awg09733@serviceprovider.net. You were clearly lying, Jack. It would have been at Yahoo. Yeah, I'm really happy my daughter finally mentioned something. Well, and then also what I learned is, you know, I have people who have that email address, I'm sure, in their phone. Okay. And so occasionally what will happen too is someone will iMessage me and accidentally send it to that email address because it is an active, you know, Apple ID, right? Because it's on this iPad. And so things will go straight to that iPad and I'll have no clue because I don't receive iMessages on my phone to that address. It's very convoluted. Dungeon Meowster KJ, my first email address was, unbeknownst to me, very offensive. I learned much later in life how awful it was, and I burned it down. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to hear that that was the case. I shot. All I could see it was from the left peripheral. So I was heading up to get a boost on the upper right side, and all of a sudden I just see this laser. Pew! Tracer, I like the way you think. Sounds. See, Tracer and I are on the same page. Tracer doesn't mind having a whole bunch of numbers on the front screen.
I don't think that's the part.
Tracer, if it's okay with you, may I have your permission to assume what you mean by that is that you and I are on the same page and that you like having a whole bunch of red number circles on your front screen of your iPhone because it makes you feel like you're cared for? Jack says, I have the same issue with Skype. People always want to add me, and I have no stinking idea who they are. Quiet goes, I'm not an Apple person, so when I heard iMessage, I thought iMessage when I pictured that in my mind as some sort of blinking Morse code. That was a wild ride, Quiet, but okay. Look, it's Michael. My wife was having the iMessage issues. Well, turns out it went to the iPad that my daughter used, so she'd be chatting with family and Megan's friends. She wondered why she never got her texts. Yeah. Yeah. Hefty Goof's Tech Advice Corner. Today's takeaway. Make a separate email address for all of your old iDevices. I mentioned on last week's show that I had to get a new phone because I broke mine. And so that's my plan with my old iPhone as well, is I'm going to restore it as a new iPhone and then name it No Longer Active Hefty iPhone. So and have its own email address so that it doesn't accidentally sync with my current one. Tracer's breaking my heart, Sean. Says, I mean the fact that you should be able to choose whether you actually want to use the email address for emails.
Yep.
I thought Tracer was on my side with the little number circles.
I don't think there's a human on this planet that's on your side with your number circles.
Whatever. I mean, how else will I know that I have 32 notifications from an app called Station Head, which is in my audio folder. This app, Station Head, that I have definitely been using.
I tried to keep all of my notifications on my phone curated as much as possible, so I don't get the garbage I don't need.
Me too.
That way, the stuff that's there has meaning still.
Me too. You and I are the same person. How many pages of random apps do you have, Sean?
I never allow myself to have more than 2 pages. And the first page is the frequently used stuff that's organized into the folders. And the second page is stuff I've downloaded that I haven't decided if it makes it to the folders yet or not.
Wow. Get out of my brain. My cut list is just a little bit longer than yours. Like
I use the Uber app so infrequently that when I need to get an Uber, the process is download the Uber app, sign in, and use it.
Oh my gosh, but you have to do the sign-in part. That's the risk.
Yeah, but it's just they make it so easy. You just put in your phone number and it just checks my face. It's like, you are you, and then it signs you in. Piece of cake.
So here's what we're gonna do. Coming up, Gaming Morning Show presents Hefty sorts through his apps. We're not gonna show you my phone screen. I won't be okay with that. But what I will do is put a face cam on Sean. And we'll be sitting next to each other, and we'll be going through, and all you'll be getting is Sean's live reactions to how frustrating my phone makes him. All right, it's now 7:26 West Coast. It is 10:26 out east, 3:26 for those watching GMS in the Ukraine. Let's have you start off our top 10 list, if you would, please.
We have top 10 Valentine's Day candies from the authority on Valentine's Day candies, and that is Blueprint. Blueprint, student newspaper of Downers Grove South High School, part of District 99 in Illinois. Number 10, this is going backwards, so we're looking at number 10, are Conversation Hearts. These chalk-like candies earn themselves the 10th spot on our top 10 Tuesday. Oh, they do this every Tuesday. Guess what we're doing every Tuesday? These hearts were great for bingo in first grade, but when you go to eat them, they leave a chalk-like feeling all over your teeth that will never find me diving into a box of Brock's Conversation Hearts.
Wait, so someone had referenced bingo earlier, but I can't remember if that was just me getting the person's name right. Oh, it's Look, It's Michael when I said Ivan Reitman. But I was like, wait, you can play bingo with Conversation Hearts?
Yeah,
That's
instead
cool.
of like a dauber, you just put the Conversation Heart. I don't think I ever did that, but
I also
that makes
like how this is, again, it's a high school student newspaper. They reference first grade for these hearts, right? Again, one of these hearts allegedly says, "Let's get busy." Productivity hearts.
9.
The Russell Stover chocolate box, overpriced candy, is 9th on this, according to the person who wrote this. Ashley Boak, the photo editor for The Blueprint. When it comes to buying chocolate, I'd rather pay for good chocolate, not cardboard packaging. I will admit Russell Stover's does go pretty overboard with the packaging. However, if you can get the little candy map, the chocolate map, I'm on board. So
8.
Number 8 is the chocolate rose. The author says, I've never understood these candies, but they have always interested me. These hollow pieces of chocolate that are shaped like a rose are a holiday classic that leaves people feeling like they got a flower. But even better, because you get to eat it.
7.
I always eat my chocolate flowers right off the top.
One bite.
What's that?
And just one bite.
Yeah, exactly. Too bad the stem's not delicious. Reese's Hearts. I do like, Ashley writes, personally, I believe whenever companies change their candy to special heart shapes or holiday shapes, they always taste different. I'm not hating on Reese's, but there's something wrong with just basic package of Reese's to show someone how much you care about them. I actually kind of think that I do think the pumpkins taste different, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, the shapes do taste different.
6.
Number 6 is Only Pink Starburst, which I think she's referencing the pack that's like they make a bag now that's just pink Starburst. That's it. And while these are not Valentine's Day specific candies, they do fall into the pink and red color theme. It's a bit of a stretch.
I'm telling you, Starburst, if they want, they could charge $100 for that bag of candy if it was just pinks. Supply and demand.
5.
All right, I'm gonna read number 5. Do you want to stay through the whole list, or do you got to run?
We can run through it real quick.
Right. Twizzlers. Starburst. Twizzlers not Valentine's Day specific, but they still fall into the scheme. Okay, Twizzlers. They're pink.
4.
Like the middle of this list is all color based. Number 4 is Fun Dip. It was a classic candy to hand out on Valentine's Day to your friends in 2nd grade. Very specific. Yeah, Fun Dips are great, and they are like the perfect Valentine's candy because there's so much writing room right on the packaging.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's some good inventory there. I'm also learning about Ashley. Apparently, candy hearts were 1st grade. Fun Dip was 2nd grade.
3.
Ooh, I do like chocolate covered strawberries.
She also says we should really make Fun Dip available all year round because I would buy it often. They are available all year round. That's not a Valentine's Day only candy.
This just hit the gaming morning show. The great Fun Dip shortage continues. Now, Ashley wrote this list in February of 2020. So it continues now 2 years into this ordeal. If you can please get some Fun Dip and mail it to the Blueprint, Downers Grove South High School. DGS is part of District 99, located at 1436 Norfolk Street, Downers Grove, Illinois, 60516. We would like to be able to let them know that Fun Dip is available year-round.
Absolutely.
So, you've been missing out, Ashley. Chocolate-covered strawberries is number 3 on this list. I do like chocolate-covered strawberries, except for this one caveat. When you bite into them and the chocolate coating, whatever's left from the bite, just breaks and falls off. Okay? My chocolate-covered strawberry has to stay affixed to the strawberry.
Yeah. So I have a question. Chocolate. It's a candy, right?
Okay.
Strawberries is a fruit.
It's a fruit, yeah.
Do you categorize, you personally, chocolate-covered strawberries as a candy or fruit?
It's neither. It's just it's in its own category.
Undefinable.
Choca fruit. A choca root.
It's like dividing by 0. It's undefinable.
2.
Number 2, Dove chocolate. It's Dove chocolate's pretty tasty, especially when they change the wrappers from the original blue to a light pink with cute sayings on the inside. Yeah, it's like the conversation hearts, but less chalky.
1. Last time we had a Dove chocolate, it said something about holding the hand of the person next to you or something like that. So I grabbed Sean's hand because we were at your house. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it's like to hold a hairy hand? Because I've not had that experience. And so I asked my wife, I was like, is this what it's like to have to hold a hairy hand all the time? You're very furry, at least in your hands. Anyway, the answer, though, those quotes are pretty touching.
1.
From the conversation hearts that are chalky at number 10 to the sweet tart heart-shaped lollipops. Tangy tart treat mixed with berry flavor leaves me eating an entire bag by myself. If you're looking to buy your favorite Blueprint photo editor Valentine's gift, I would love a bag for these lollipops. Okay.
Wow.
Ashley
Here's
wrote
some
this.
sweet tart heart-shaped lollipops and some fun dips.
Wrote this in 2020. Maybe if Ashley was a sophomore, we can send in from Gaming Morning Show the sweet tart heart-shaped lollipops with also some damn fun dip. Missing out. All right. Well, thank you to Ashley Boak, the photo editor of the Blueprint in Downers Grove, Illinois. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. There's your IGN story about Far Cry 6. It Takes Two and Halo Infinite, your accessibility award nominees, followed by the link that is now actually put in the chat. All right, I am Hefty Goof. Sean will be back in just a moment. Thanks for hanging out with us. It is 7:35 on the West Coast, 10:35 out east, 3:35 for those watching GMS in the UK. That was good. KJ says it's chocolate-covered fruit. I agree with that for sure. Top of the moron to you, Mirage. They don't make the chocolate Valentine Little Debbie Heart cupcakes with vanilla frosting inside anymore. Those were my favorite. That sounds amazing. Gosh, I don't think I've seen those in a while, but they remind me of like the cupcakes that Hostess makes. They're chocolate, and then they got like Kuhip on the inside. But yeah, I mean, if they made those in like little hearts, that'd be pretty cool. Quiet goes, I think the shapes have a higher peanut butter to chocolate ratio. I think that that's true too. And credit Reese's, because they've been like doing this for a while now, where they're adding like peanut butter lovers Reese's peanut butter cups. So there's more peanut butter than there's chocolate lovers, which is great because there's like this itty bitty thin little line of peanut butter, but it's mostly chocolate. So I like those. Jack said no, just number 10. Get out of here with your nonsense high school newspaper if that's your real name. No, and listen, I love having student writers and people who are doing, podcasts and things, trying to do radio in college on the show because it's where you start, right? But I'm surprised. How does like Fun Dip get missed? And I don't even really like Fun Dip, to be honest with you. Yeah, we really should make Fun Dip available all year round because I would buy it. We need to help Ashley. It's hilarious that my provider lets me log in with Google credentials, but then give me a token email address and send all their notifications through it, so I never get them, said Jack. Yeah, this goes back to getting email addresses only to sign into things and not actually have any sort of email go to it. Downs, I do the opposite of Sean. The apps I use on screen 1, I am unsure of goes into a folder. Oh, gotcha. Tracer, I have half a page. I basically use folders. Maybe it's just the maintenance is my problem. Because, like, I did that originally. So if I scroll over, this is kind of the format for my phone. Front page, everything I use most often. And that includes some folders for, like, LinkedIn is in a social folder because I'm not going to use it all the time. I don't use LinkedIn that much. But it's in a social folder. I have an audio folder for things that I use quite a bit, but I have my main podcast app outside. Okay. Point being. Next page is all work stuff. And then after that, it just got out of control. But down the line, like I have a sports folder on page 3 that at one point was curated and, part of a page of probably other folders. But since there's other apps that got mixed in there, and then the 4th page is all random apps. And the 5th page has, actually I think what I did is I used to have pages for like categories, now that I think about it. Anyway, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've messed with it. So, yeah, it's the maintenance that's the problem. At 7:38, Mirage says, since it's Valentine's Day, who would you say is your favorite couple in a video game? My vote would go out to the Big Boss and Eve from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. That's actually a really good question. Let's talk about that in just a second. Right now, it is time to check in with Look, It's Mike O and see what Mike is tracking at this hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We've got a nerd alert. This comes from Victoria Pengilly from ABC Australia. She writes, Australian scientists say they've discovered a new species of crocodile, and its last meal may have been a dinosaur. The crocodile, called a broken dinosaur killer, was recovered on a sheep station in outback Queensland. It's believed to be more than 95 million years old. Researchers say while piecing together the fossilized croc, they made a startling discovery. The partial remains of a young orthenopod dinosaur inside of its stomach. It's just extraordinary, researcher Matt White from the Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum said. This is the first time that a crocodile has been discovered with dinosaur remains in its stomach. It's a world first. The fossil was first discovered near Winton in 2010 by paleontologists. It took more than 6 years to piece together. It's the first skeletal remains of an ornithopod reported in the region, and the first evidence that crocodiles ate dinosaurs in Australia, and we thought it was dangerous today. This prehistoric crocodile and its last meal will continue to provide clues to the relationships and behaviors of animals that inhabited Australia millions of years ago, Dr. White said. The discovery also suggests dinosaurs were an important part of the Cretaceous food web. Dinosaurs weren't exactly top of the food chain, but were part of an intricate web of mammals, pterosaurs, birds, and crocs, he said. What we've been able to demonstrate is the direct evidence of crocodiles' food source and what they were able to eat. Anything. They were able to eat anything that came close to them. Anything. So don't get close to a croc, or someday you may end up as mummified remains. Back to you in the studio. Look, my microphone's on.
Let's look at Smyko at this hour.
Nerd alert!
Our first nerd alert from the new studio. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's now 7:41 on the West Coast. Thank you for hanging out with us. Gaming Morning Show continues. Mirage brought up a pretty good topic since today is Valentine's Day. We are asking you the question, since Valentine's Day is trending on Twitter. How do you feel about those little hearts with words on them? But then Mirage asked the question, favorite video game couples. Brendan goes, Wario and Waluigi. And me and Shane in Stardew Valley. Hee hee. From Dungeon Meowster KJ. I don't know if it's the best, because isn't that what you asked? Favorite couple in a video game. Because I kind of feel like their relationship might have been a little bit dysfunctional, considering they were often paired against each other in hand-to-hand combat. But Katana and Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. But listen, my video game knowledge is not deep, so I don't know if that one counts. Chris M.E. is here. Good morning to you, Chris M.E.
Good morning.
How many behavior hours? How many? In fact, how many? That extra U does throw me off. Behavior hours. 4. The answer is 4. Always 4. Speaking of Chris, Austin Attack and Chris host Weekend Edition on Gaming Morning Show's same platforms. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. 1 hour weekly show. It was super fun. Content creation is obviously things that we enjoy with this particular show. And content discovery is something that Chris and Austin do with our panelists every single Sunday at 7 a.m. So it is a pretty okay aspect of that show. You can check it out on demand on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. All right, we have sports coming up in just a little bit, so stick around for that. We'll talk more about the Super Bowl. Yesterday, Super Bowl 54 is complete. The Rams are Super Bowl champions. Did I just say 54? Yeah, it is 54. Man, my brain lapsed. No, 56. Yeah, 56. My brain lapsed for a second. Superphonic was watching it, but said up super late during the check-in. I hate when the Super Bowl goes down to the last few plays. So tired. And then Quiet said that last Bengals series was stupid. It was a good game. I was fine with it. So, yeah, I was fine with it. It was a really entertaining game. It was so much fun just because I didn't have any rooting interest. Every single time that I sat there and was like, I don't care. Wholeheartedly just don't care who wins this game. Then the Bengals would do something kind of cool, and I'd be like, so I think somewhere subconsciously I was rooting for the Bengals, but when the Rams won the game, I was fine. I was fine with it, so didn't have to happen. Yeah, Super Bowl 56. Super funny. It was too late. So did you try to watch it live, Super? Or did you, like, record it? Because if it starts at 3:30 Pacific time, that means kickoff for you is what? 11:30 at night? So if that game with the halftime show, it's usually probably longer, maybe like a 4-hour, 15-minute game. If you try to watch that whole thing live, then you're up until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Damn. Wu Dang Pig is here. Super. It says hi. Anyone have good video game couples? Who are some of the best video game couples? I actually Googled this during Look It's Myco's At This Hour. And it turns out there are quite a few lists of, top video game couples. So it might be something fun to discuss in the Discord, which you can't hear. Dungeon Master KJ, you cared a lot. I just enjoyed the game. So I cared a lot about the game. I don't think the Bengals losing bothered me in the least. We did also find out that it is not the first Super Bowl, period, won by a Los Angeles team. That was the LA Raiders back in '83. Because I had remembered during the pregame shows that the Rams' first Super Bowl championship came with Kurt Warner as the St. Louis Rams. I had not remembered that. For some reason, I always associate the first Super Bowl title for the Rams with a team that was like before I was born. But they'd only been to one Super Bowl prior to that '99 Kurt Warner team. So clearly that was not true. So anyway, we had to look it up. And yeah, the Raiders did win the Super Bowl in '83 as the Los Angeles Raiders. Furthermore, we had talked about, the Raiders going Oakland, Los Angeles, Oakland, and now in Las Vegas. And I was like, wow, that team moved probably more than any other team in NFL history, but it's a tie, I believe, with the Rams. So the Rams were Cleveland very early on, then moved to Los Angeles, then went to St. Louis and back to Los Angeles. So there you go. Super said, yeah, I always try to watch it live. Wow, that's impressive. Mirage says, currently been playing Ghost of Tsushima on PS4. Beautiful game, a lot of fun. I got Metroid Samus Returns for 3DS for Christmas for my brother. I've not played it, but heard really good things about it. And I'm really looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, it's the week of launch for Horizon Forbidden West. And if you want to ride along with Gaming Morning Show and GMS Plays, you should. We are going to have the live debut of Forbidden West coming up on Thursday. So that'll be an 8:45 p.m. Pacific time live Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West. And every single thing that Sean doesn't get to on launch day will then be turned into a YouTube exclusive, which you can catch on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. So very excited about that. We had asked you last week for the Super Bowl, what are you most looking forward to? The ads, the food, the game, or the halftime show? And I want to say that food was by and large the winner. Brendan brings up a trailer that was shown. Was it during the Super Bowl or was it prior to the Super Bowl? I can't remember which one, but it was for Jordan Peele's new movie. It says the trailer for the new Jordan Peele movie was wild, and that's all I've seen. Yeah, and one thing that I've started to do now, because especially sometimes at the Super Bowl party, including ours yesterday, it's harder to hear really well because you get a lot of people in a room and acoustics are not always the best. And so I've just kind of like surface watched the commercials, but then I'll go back now because they're always on like a YouTube list. It's great. So if you miss any of the commercials, then you can watch them kind of on demand and in the comfort of your own quietness. So, Dungeon Master KJ, maybe not about who wins, but about the playing of the footballs. I love that game. It was fun. Superphonic, and I love the games that are done by halftime. I guess that would make sense. If you were 11:30 p.m. kickoff for an afternoon game, I mean, I can't even imagine if I'm a American football fan in the UK, and my team is playing the Sunday night football game during the regular season, that kickoff is at 5:20 Pacific time. So you're not even starting until after midnight over there. So yeah, that'd be rough. Answer that question about video game couples. Brendan said Wario and Waluigi. Yeah, I brought up Katana and Liu Kang. On the list was Mario and Princess. Someone brought up Cortana and Master Chief. I don't know enough about Halo for those. Yeah. I mean, didn't The Last of Us have a couple of compelling relationships? I watched more of The Last of Us Part 2. And I can't remember Ellie's partner who, you know, I think we're safe for spoilers, right? They get to the farm at the end. So, Superphonic, back to the Super Bowl, was a good game, but the ball changed hands far too regularly in the second half for me not to fall asleep over the changeovers and ads. Brendan, it was so funny. Chris was at Disneyland last night. We asked him to yell, "Let's go Rams," after they won, and he got silence and one boo? What? Oh, Rams fans. Listen, they're on their way. They have to reestablish a fan base. Yes, that's the problem. Beautiful stadium, though. Damn, that thing is gorgeous. Chris M.E. Cloud and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII was never an official couple, but they get my vote. Superphonic, does no one like LA, like the LA Rams in LA then because of the moves? Super, I think there's probably some that do. There's probably honestly still more Raiders fans in LA than there are Rams fans. Especially, I think the, and folks from Southern California, like Chris might be able to speak to this. But I want to say the Raiders, moved there in the 80s, right? Probably 81, 82, and then won a Super Bowl right off the bat. Whereas you had the Rams basically being in one Super Bowl prior to moving to St. Louis. So I think he just had more success with the Raiders, but I can be making that up. Chris, this guy with a Rams jersey left me hang. Wait, so you said something about go Rams, and there was a person with an eyesight with a Rams jersey on, and furthermore, you're telling me you went to Disneyland last night, and there was a person walking around with a Rams jersey, meaning that they probably were at Disneyland during the Super Bowl? 7:52, 10:52 East Coast, 3:52 for those watching GMS in the UK. Look, it's Mike. No, the new Doctor Strange trailer was wild. KJ retweeted that one. Super said, well, we don't get the ads at the BBC, so I had to search for them. That's true. That is also kind of nice about the YouTube playlist, right? If you can't watch them because your channel broadcasting the Super Bowl in your region may not have the same commercials. So if you miss any of that, you can check them out on YouTube. Downs, this is the reason all you sports should be on a Saturday or in the morning. Yeah, I'm fine with the Super Bowl on Sunday, but I get why many people aren't. Quiet, they get to the farm at the end and credits roll. Nothing else happens after that. Nods vigorously. The Paperboy and the dog. Aw, that's nice. Michael, LA fans are kind of awful. No offense, Chris. Chris is a great Dodgers fan, so there's that. Surely if you're at Disneyland during the Super Bowl, you're probably not interested. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah. Brendan goes, oh yeah, Titus and Yuna would be my real answer from Final Fantasy X to the best Valentine's Day couples. So I'm really happy that was a very good question. Thank you, Mirage, for posing it. I'm still trying to get everyone's opinion. How do you feel about those little hearts with the words on them? Because they're chalky? They're like unnecessarily bad? And then like I said, we're giving them out with phrases like be mine and kiss me and call me and let's get busy and miss you, according to a Google search I did this morning. So, makes me feel kind of uneasy. The best thing that's come from this, though, is Downs apparently has a bag of them in his desk from work. So, there's that. Chris, I mean, there were people at Disneyland watching the Super Bowl on their phones. Well, whatever. I realize I'm coming from a different place. Like, the Super Bowl is a national holiday for me, so. Yeah. All right, let's do sports. We mentioned the Super Bowl, of course. The Rams are your Super Bowl 56 champions. Beat the Bengals. Interesting story about the Bengals. So I am a Denver Broncos fan. The Denver Broncos are elite when it comes to losing Super Bowls in awful ways. The Broncos have won 3 Super Bowl championships. In all of their losses, they have been severely blown out. It's been awful. The Bengals, in almost all of their Super Bowl losses, which now total 3, have been basically devastating. Now, it hasn't been on the last play of the game, but it has been, like I said, in a fairly devastating way. Consider this. The last Super Bowl the Bengals were in like 1988. They lost on the final play by the 49ers. 34 seconds left. John Taylor caught a touchdown pass. So they come from behind victory, and there's this famous moment where the head coach of the Bengals, who's mic'd up for this game, says, man, 34 seconds away. Well, last night, the Rams made a 4th down stand, kind of midfield. So they went ahead to lead 23-20 with like a minute 25 left. Okay. Bengals start moving the ball down the field, doing pretty good. And then they get to a 3rd and 1 at the Rams' 49. They hand off the ball. Person stopped. Then, on 4th and 1, they try to pass. Burrow is pressured by Aaron Donald, the elite defensive lineman for the Rams. Pass is incomplete. And that is your ball game with 39 seconds left. So the last 2 Super Bowl losses were within like the final minute for the Bengals. So tough to be them. So, yeah, 23-20. Rams win their 2nd ever Super Bowl. Cincinnati is 0-3 now in Super Bowl matchups. Yeah. Today, your Portland Trailblazers on the road at Milwaukee, and your Seattle Kraken host Toronto at 6 o'clock. Elsewhere in sports. Oh, Cooper Kupp was the MVP of the Super Bowl. Kupp was not really recruited that heavily out of college, and so it's a fun little story. Ends up getting Super Bowl MVP, was the best receiver in the game of football this year. So 8 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. The final drive, I think, had like 4 or 5 of those catches on that final touchdown drive. So pretty epic for Cooper Kupp, former Eastern Washington Eagle. If you're following the Olympics, Russian teenager Kamila Valieva, we don't have Sean to do our Olympic update, has been cleared to compete in women's figure skating. There was a question of whether that would happen because of a failed pre-games drug test. The Court of Arbitration for Sport released its ruling less than 12 hours after a hastily arranged hearing that lasted into early Monday morning that the 15-year-old Valieva, the favorite for the women's individual gold, does not need to be provisionally suspended ahead of a full investigation. That's according to the Associated Press. Erin Jackson, first black woman to win a speed skating medal at the Winter Olympics, a gold one at that, according to the Associated Press, won the 500 meters with a time of 37.04, giving the American speed skating program its first medal for the Beijing Games and first individual medal since 2010. And Kylie Humphries captured a third Olympic gold medal, and her first for the U.S. The former Canadian bobsledder won the women's monobob event. So there you go. All right, back to sports and the chat. Only person not named Brady or Rodgers to get an MVP vote. Downs goes, Burrow needed more time in the pocket. The Rams defense was a lot quicker than the Bengals. Superphonic. Cooper Kupp sounds like a Mario Kart championship. Look, it's Michael. The Russian Olympic Committee should all be banned from the Olympics. Superphonic. K-Chat was confused too until he scored a touchdown. And I went, oh. Downs, did I American soccer talk correctly? You crushed it. KJ, I obviously wasn't watching the game very closely, to be honest. I was hanging with GMS wives and chatting. Yeah, I will admit yesterday's Super Bowl party, KJ was there. It was great to meet KJ in person for the first time. But it was one of the first Super Bowl parties where there were more people first Super Bowl parties that I've been to where there's more people sitting back at like the table in the kitchen talking than actually watching the game. That hadn't happened before. So I'm happy you had a fun time, KJ, and thank you again for bringing a whole bunch of food. KJ also said, wait, Cooper Cup is a person? All afternoon yesterday I was under the impression it was a sports competition. Congratulations, the inaugural winner of the Cooper Cup. That's good. That's good. All right, when we come back next hour, community games. We will also have takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day, and we'll send you over somewhere to watch another streamer for those watching on Twitch. We also got some answers about the candy hearts. We are asking you, hey, it's Valentine's Day. Of course, that's trending on Twitter. So how do you feel about the little hearts with the words on them? We'll give you some replies when we come back as well. It's on the way, 8 o'clock on your Monday. Thanks for being along with us. February 14th, 2022. Gaming Morning Show continues in just a moment on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
In between, 'cause it's more divine. I can't reconcile this feeling, 'cause I remember when you had certainty. There is empty space where your body wants me next to mine. Nothing to embrace, but the loneliness of this cold night. Oh, this fever comes and goes.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, and the clip of the day. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues, and it is Monday, February 14th, 2022. I'm Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming. Welcome back, Sean. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I have a question. Which ones are the bad ones? The millipede, the centipede? Which one's the one that like actually is bad for you?
My guess is the millipede, but
Okay.
I'm no scientist.
And are centipedes more round than millipedes? Aren't millipedes kind of furry?
Yes.
Okay. Because I took one off through the curtain just now. But I didn't
Did
kill it.
Did it look more caterpillar-like?
It looked pretty caterpillar-like. It was gray in color.
I think those are the safe ones.
I mean, look at Smyko says all peds aren't the best. Was that something I should have smashed?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to
Look out! It's right behind you.
I was just trying not to murder everything that I see. You know. Remember that one time I let Spencer Frank live?
Yeah, that worked out. All right, so I found a cartoon guide.
Is that supposed to help us?
Yeah, no, this seems pretty helpful. Is this all one image? Let's see here. Let's take a look. Maybe we can explore this together.
Let's check a look. It's in a book.
Let's check a look. Okay.
Take a look. Okay. It's in a book.
Oh, they're individual.
Dang it.
Okay. Well, we can make this work. First, we're gonna look at millipedes first. Okay.
This is very detailed. Not my intention.
Okay. So millipede. This is a millipede. It says, I'm a scavenger and enjoy feasting on dead leaves and decaying wood. Each segment has 4 legs positioned underneath my body. And then he says, I have to buy twice as many shoes. So did it look more like that?
It didn't have... So I remember the millipede has the little things on the front.
Mm-hmm.
These things.
Uh-huh.
It didn't have those.
Okay. So it's just a worm with lots of legs?
Kind of. But it looked like a centipede.
Okay. I think what you saw was a worm.
It's just not a worm. Do I need to go take a picture?
Right,
I'm gonna go take a picture of it.
So this is a centipede. I'll teach about centipedes while you're done.
Wait, what? All right, I'm gonna put
This is a centipede.
I'm gonna put you full screen. This is very important stuff. Okay. We're gonna go to the Be Right Back screen, but put you on full. All right, you're live.
And so the centipede I have a venomous bite, but I'm not harmful to humans. I like to eat mostly smaller insects. Get wrecked, smaller insects. I'm made up of segments. Each segment has 2 legs with 1 on each side of my body. So this millipede, worm with lots of legs, no big deal. This centipede, long ant-looking thing, still not really a big deal. So I guess it doesn't really matter because they're all fine. Everything's good. It'll be interesting to see if Ryan ever comes back. This, of course, is brought to you by Carnegie Museum of Natural History, where I go for all of my centipede versus millipede information. And if you go to that link, you can see a picture of a real millipede. Fun fact, milli is Latin is a Latin prefix for 1,000, and centi is for 100. Don't assume that's exactly how many legs each one has on its entire body, though. Some species of millipedes can have as many as 750 legs. Centipedes can have more than 350 legs. It's like the names are basically meaningless.
All right, so I have some bad news. I did try to preserve this cylindrical insect. Okay. But then I was getting impatient because it wasn't getting out of my garage fast enough. So I gave it a little boost with my foot. And it no longer was moving. So, yeah. Anyway, pictures in the Discord.
Oh, I'm going to take a look.
Oh, my files are too powerful, apparently. Uh-oh. Does this new phone have too big of files, or is it just too many? Okay, it's just too many. It has a very light, kind of almost tannish underside. So the first couple of pictures are underside. The next couple of pictures are overside. All right, there you go. In the Discord.
I think you just found a caterpillar. That's just a caterpillar.
Oh, what was I saying?
Centipede, millipede. That's caterpillar.
That's what I was trying to say was caterpillar.
Caterpillars are never.
I know.
I mean, don't eat them.
So
maybe they're poisonous, but they're not venomous.
So I was thinking centipede the whole time was what I was trying to describe as a caterpillar, and I was like, "Is that a caterpillar?" I was trying to say, "Is that a caterpillar or a millipede?" Oh my god! Oh, it's broken, man! Come on! Oh, that's I mean, that's what I was trying to say. And then when you showed me the picture of the centipede, I was like, it looks nothing like that. I don't even know if I've ever seen something like that.
You just found a baby butterfly. Well, you killed a baby butterfly.
I was trying to say caterpillar the whole time. Oh my gosh.
Micah with the clutch. That's a caterpillar.
Hopefully.
Yep.
After all of that time I just dedicated to that, that centipede will grow into a beautiful butterfly. Oh my gosh, that whole time I'm trying to say caterpillar. We could have saved ourselves 10 minutes, but how was the tutorial?
It was great. Now I know that turns out both centipedes and millipedes, even though one is venomous, it doesn't really hurt humans.
Even when
Just
Mike
eats little bugs.
said all peds are the best, I was like, I thought the one that becomes a butterfly was fine.
The caterpillar pede.
That's kind of where my brain went. Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. All right, well, it's 8:16 now. We don't have time to play Rocket League, but the good news is we have a chance to play community games coming up. It would have been more useful for our time had you given that tutorial while I set up the new version of Google Feud, which I still haven't got to. So, all right.
Someday.
We were asking a question. I have one to share with you. Mirage was in here earlier and asked, hey, what is the best video game couple? Because today's Valentine's Day, and like Virginia, Valentine's Day is for lovers. So I want you to think of that and give us an answer, because you are our hashtag video game expert. In the meantime, here's some answers to our question of the day, which has to do with, hey, those hearts that you get for Valentine's Day with the words on them, how do you feel about them? Some say don't like them, they're too chalky. Look, It's Mike said they're worse than candy corn. Brendan said they make two versions of them, some are fine and some are very chalky. Dungeon Master KJ said I love them in all caps, so very excited about them. Brendan goes, I agree with Mike on this. Chalky hearts are farts tier.
Chalky farts.
I didn't know that the F tier stood for farts. Chris M.E. says, yeah, they're lousy candy. And then KJ elaborated, said top 3 candies: Circus Peanuts, Conversation Hearts, and Skittles. Okay. By the way, this is exactly what Quiet Eye Gaming was looking for Valentine's Day. Apparently, our big voice, Bob, sent Quiet Eye Gaming some candy hearts. And they had different messages on there. This is what's going to be kind of our line of GMS Bob hearts. Remember how we talked about that too? So one might say,
Bob likes it.
Another might say,
Bob says, pretty okay.
Even for a very specific type of line of candy.
Hello, Grim.
Right.
No, I think we just throw those into general distribution, and some people are very confused.
Mine says hello, Grim, but my name's not Grim. This is what Quiet Eye Gaming wants his to say.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's pretty good. Can I get the drummer birthdays drum parts?
Absolutely.
On 2 separate hearts, please.
I assume at this point we're, right now as we speak, taking these voice lines and transcribing them for them. So Sean is requesting this split up into 2 different hearts.
We've got a drummer birthday.
I guess you could throw that in there too. It could be 3 hearts.
Ah, smart. You know what I'm going to get, Jeff?
It's time for Ask Jeff. It's time for Ask Jeff. Ask Jeff.
Good morning to you, Faded. Thank you for being here. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are talking about those little hearts. I think I agree with Faded. Said candy hearts belong in the trash. Circus peanuts also belong in the trash. But I also think that if you can't have alternative foods, maybe you have dietary restrictions, then those can be amazing. However, I've never really liked the circus peanuts. So
I remember the first time I had the circus peanuts. And I took a bite of the first one. And the first bite, I remember thinking this is pretty good. And then I took a second bite, and I was immediately all done. It's oh no, that's it. That's just that one little bite. That's the good part. And then I didn't like them anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was aren't they just basically marshmallows? And Dungeon says they're stale marshmallows, the best kind of marshmallows.
Just they're extra sweet, sugary marshmallows. But no, one little bite, that's all you need in your entire lifetime.
Faded, now that you're here, we are a morning radio show that plays games. Out of curiosity, what is your feeling on candy corn?
I'm surprised they haven't tried to make a Valentine's Day candy corn. Right?
Well,
because they tried to get them to last around longer by making the autumn mix, right? Because they're no one bought enough in October, so we need them to buy them in November as well. And I feel I've seen them in December. Are they just red and green, but they're just candy corn, and they're oh, festive. I'm surprised there aren't red and pink ones.
Well, you have to understand that candy corn is a perennial, and so it's only able to show up one time per year. Growing candy corn plants take a lot of work, so.
It's true. And they're all painted by hand. It takes a long time.
Fine, I'll make you a promise.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find me any fun dip that's available year-round, I'll get you some red and pink candy corn.
All right. Almost had Quiet do it. Quiet, that's not your job. K-Laugh. It's because I was looking at Quiet. K-Laugh, remind me in July. Add fun dips to my shopping cart.
Kind of feel like that would be easier for Siri to remember. But yeah, no, K-Laugh is on it.
We have a Siri. His name is Kyle.
Zesty.
Zevtastic was even here this morning. I hope Zev's having a good day. Thank you for everyone who's hanging out with us this morning. It's 8:22 on the West Coast. It is 11:22 on the East Coast. 4:22 for those watching GMS in UK. Michael goes, wait, Fun Dip is in the store right now. I doubt it.
When did you switch to doubting that it's available year-round when you
Listen,
who knew it was year-round?
I know 2 things are true in this life, okay? And one of them is that For all my candy-related information, I listen to Ashley from the Blueprint, Downers Grove, Illinois.
Did Ashley get to you?
I just need to help Ashley get Fun Dip. So. All right, we're going to continue our hard strength. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. If you've never played this game before, there's this person, and they're walking around in the woods, and all of a sudden they run into a monster. Luckily, in this case, because we're on hard strength, 5 magical balloons appeared. And so now, this person's floating above the monster. And if we cannot guess this answer to the eat and drink category, we will fall into the monster's mouth and die. So.
While we're waiting for the letters to start rolling in, I have some news.
Breaking news or just news?
Just news.
Okay. It's time for... Oh?
They exist.
How'd you find those?
I just Googled Valentine's Day candy corn, and poof. There it is. They do exist. I don't know if it's good news, but it's just news.
I bet they're just as delicious as candy corn.
Probably. Hand painted.
Is that the polite way to say candy corn's not good?
Well, I mean, it just depends. Like, these are just as good as regular candy corn. So if you love candy corn, you're going to love these, I'm assuming. And if you don't, then no, they're gross.
I actually don't dislike candy corn, just to be fair. So,
yeah. I discovered a couple years ago, my mom had candy corn and roasted peanuts. They go really well together.
Because of a sweet and salty thing going on?
Yeah, yeah. And good variety of texture, too, because you have the, like... I was going to say mushy, but mushy is not the right word, because mushy sounds gross. But the mushier, like, candy corn texture with the crunchy peanut texture, it's pretty good. I recommend it.
We had a D, A, O, R, B, and now E from Earthling. So this is where we're at with the puzzle Eat and Drink. Dungeon
candy
said,
corn.
Dungeon said the peanuts are very sweet. Maiko says if you don't have packing peanuts, circus peanuts work just fine. That's actually true. I bet you could use circus peanuts as packing peanuts if you need to.
It sounds sticky, though.
Well, the nice thing, too, about using circus peanuts is they're compostable. Whereas packing peanuts are not. So, candy corn can be deleted from life, says Quiet. The candy corn pumpkins are tasty. Everyone, please send me all the holiday candy you don't eat. I will eat it. Lol, says KJ. KJ says, unless it is chocolate, that can go in the trash. Okay. As somebody here, KJ, that respects hot food takes.
Coleslaw is moist cabbage.
I will consider you disliking chocolate as...
Time for room temperature takes.
So. Look, it's my go, I think, is cracked. Macintosh apple. Which apparently is spelled McIntosh.
McIntosh.
You know what kind of apples they use for the McDonald's apple pies?
McIntosh apples?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Correct.
Scott Chick's husband has just come home and said I could get you a 50-pound box of chocolate for Valentine's. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Oh, I could have got you. I was like, wait, Scott Chick, are you saying your husband, like, invited you to get Gaming Morning Show a 50-pound box of chocolates?
Also, whether you're reading the chat and realize that 50 pounds is a currency, or you're just listening and assume 50 pounds is a weight measurement, both of those are ridiculous.
How long do you think it would take me to eat a 50-pound box of chocolate?
Are we talking currency or weight now?
Yes.
A solid like 2 weeks.
That's especially confusing also because to buy a 50-pound box of chocolate for 50 pounds in the UK would be very confusing because I believe they don't use pounds as a weight measurement. Australia was correct.
Something's been converted. We don't know which one.
Correct.
I promise you, if it was in fact the currency, it being 50 pounds, meaning, you know, maybe more than it's worth, I would still eat it as quickly as possible. So I do that faux thing where I put the lid on it, being like, I'll come back to this next time, and then just come back over and open the lid again. So, so Scott Chick's informing me of something. We use pounds and pounds in the UK. Whoa. That now seems entirely confusing.
That does sound confusing.
Yeah, before I was kind of confused. Now I'm ridiculously confused. And now Sports.Gaming is asking about the hashtag mark.
No, those are pounds.
The pounds, yeah. This hurts. Quiet's guessing buy me pizza. That was a very good guess.
Lego pizza.
But not correct. Scott Chick says, I've still got chocolate left over from Christmas at this point. I don't need more chocolate. How do you not eat? How do you not eat chocolates? I have a problem. Because I always get in trouble in my household because I eat the candy too fast. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm trying not to eat it in a week. But then nobody else eats it because they have self-control. Look, it's Mike is guessing hop on Uranus and general store.
Sorry, I thought we were still in a food category for some reason. And so I've been trying to think of food that's 3 words and it's all these O's.
Uh-oh, I kind of progressed, but we're down to 1 balloon because I thought maybe it was not. Oh yeah, and Downs was on my wavelength because guessed T, and I already guessed the T. So could it be now?
Could be now.
It's phrases. And I tried of and on for that middle word. Now or never. Does everyone feel good about that? Okay. Bob's running it through the Bob Guesser 5000.
Beep bop boop beep boop bop beep boop beep. Beep bop boop 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 beep bop beep boop boop beep bop. Ding.
We have our conclusion. Bob, now or never, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now I can't miss click. This is always a journey.
Don't forget that silent F in never.
Now or never. Yay! We did it, chat! Woo!
Correct.
Very well coordinated.
Quiet Eye Gaming goes, can you type it with your keyboard or would that be worse? It would be worse, so. Congratulations, chat. We have 17 banked balloons, and our journey continues. Excuse me, on a hard strength. So we have a lot to get to, don't we? Our hard strength record is like 129. Do you think we'll ever reach 200 something in hard strength?
Maybe. All
right, it's now 8:32.
Sometimes we just hit really good streaks.
Yeah, true. Thanks for hanging around with us on Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Coming up tomorrow, we will have a new episode of our YouTube exclusive GMS plays Far Cry 6. Sean, we had a short on our YouTube page that apparently was well received. Sean had a clip where was supposed to guess the password, and you actually guessed it incorrectly as the user.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought I had it. And what you can't see in the clip because it happened like minutes before actually needing it. Someone in the context of the game is like, "Oh, and don't forget the password," but they never tell you what it is. And so I'm like, how can I forget something that you didn't tell me what it is? And so I was trying to guess it, and I feel like my guess was pretty good.
So find it on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. Both the short that we're mentioning and also the latest episode, episode 27. And then join us coming up on Thursday at 8:45 p.m. Pacific Time, a live edition of GMS Plays, the debut of Horizon Forbidden West. Thank you for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show and all of our GMS channels. We kind of learned from our question of the day, Sean, that most people not big fans of the little hearts with words on them. Some have said they should go straight to the trash. Some have said they're fine. And some have said we left them in my desk.
Yes. I think they're perfect for, like elementary school aged kids. All the sayings are fun. And at that age, I feel like that you like all candies. You don't really care. But I think you quickly hit a point probably around 12 where you're like, I don't want to eat chalk, and you never have them again.
I'm gonna attribute these the same way that I do. I'm gonna categorize these the same way I do sweet tarts at Halloween. They're not the candy I want, but at some point with all the candy you get, you reach a point where, hey, this is the candy that's available to me and I will eat them. However, now that again, Google, whatever thing I found, said one of these hearts say, let's get busy. I'm going to open up my kids' hearts when they get here. Not their hearts, the candy hearts.
Dangerous.
And we're going to do open heart surgery on candy hearts. So, and if I find one, I'm going to show you a let's get busy heart. Okay? Oh, Keith Anthony, good morning to you. We never welcomed in the Final Hour crew.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Thank you, Final Hour crew. We got caught up looking for a catapede. Those really poisonous bug-looking things that grow up to be butterflies. So I didn't welcome in the Final Hour crew. So the FHC is here.
Hello, FHC.
Valentines is a cop-out. My wife and I don't really celebrate it. We go as far as a meal and a movie at home in the evening. Well, I hope you have a lovely time doing exactly what you just said there. And, yeah. Thank you for spending a little bit of your Valentine's Day with us this morning on Gaming Morning Show. You know how disappointed I am sometimes in this game? When I will want to hit the ball as straightly as possible and won't. And then in that instance, it would have behooved me to have it on a slight little bend, straight as an arrow.
Yep. Rocket League does what it wants.
Our friend Lucas Myko says, yours was a moth. So now my follow-up question is, how do you know that? Like, do they have signals in caterpillar stage? And if you want to see these pictures, I took many of them on our Discord. So, Final Hour crew ambassadors are here.
A warm welcome for our Final Hour crew ambassador. Hey, it's Brendan _TTV.
And Chris M.E.,
Mayor of the Internet.
You actually told us while you were gone last week that you enjoyed Gaming Morning Show from a Chris M.E. style venue.
I sure did. Both mornings, both Thursday and Friday mornings when I was not present, I watched the show in the show. It was great. Big fan.
Quiet I Am Gaming is here. We've had Earthling Gaming. Downs opened up the show as part of the pre-show. Look, it's Mike O standing by in the newsroom. Dungeon Meowster KJ, Scott Chick, thank you for hanging out with us. Earthling Gaming. We've seen Zevtastic this morning. A whole bunch of great folks hanging out with us so far today. KJ also was at the GMS Super Bowl party, which is just Sean and my Super Bowl party. We don't have an actual Super Bowl party yet. So.
Yeah.
Faded's been here this morning, part of the final hour crew. We've saw Mirage. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning on Twitch. And many, many others. Thank you for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. All right.
Been a good morning.
Are you happy to be back?
I am happy to be back. Vegas was fun. Good time bonding with my business partner. Went to a couple classes. Had some adventures, but it was really good to be home. Vegas is a really good 2-day trip. Don't need much more than that.
Brendan goes, it's a great shower listen. I'm assuming we are. Chris M.E. says, yeah, it's a good experience. And then says, unless it's centipedes. At least we gave you some fodder for the takeaways that were pretty okay. We've literally learned something today.
Yeah, it's true. That Ryan sometimes forgets the word caterpillar.
Man, I bet I've panicked some people in my life, to be honest. I bet I've been like, oh my gosh, there's a centipede in here. People are like, what are you talking about? Like, oh.
Talking about that inchworm right over there?
Wait, is inchworm another term for centipede?
No, it's just another thing.
Okay, thank goodness. Man. Keith Anthony says that Super Bowl halftime show was really, really something. So my favorite thing about the halftime show, which is what we asked you about on Friday, was someone tweeted out, basically, it's really great that the Super Bowl halftime show is finally bringing shows to us for young people, as opposed to having all those old acts like The Who and Rolling Stones. And then it dawns on you that you are now the old person.
Yeah.
I also like the one that, as a parent, who actually does enjoy the Encanto soundtrack. In fact, I've been watching the Family Madrigal video quite often on YouTube just for myself. But with that said, I have been listening to it for like a month straight because kids will latch on to that. There was another one that's like, that halftime show was for all the parents who have been listening to Encanto over and over and over again for the last month.
It's a good soundtrack.
Look, it's Michael. There's a centipede in here. You mean that bird?
It's almost the same.
I had asked the question because Kendrick Lamar was part of yesterday's halftime show. And so when I asked the question, who do you think was the youngest person in that whole group? I hadn't been thinking about Kendrick. Kendrick's like in, I think, the mid-30s. But of all the others that were in that halftime show, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, and 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the youngest.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like 46 or so for 50. And then I think Eminem is like 49 or something.
Gotcha.
Look, it's my ghost says, I was a hip-hop head, so I adore that music. My favorite part, so I mentioned earlier that the Super Bowl party that we hosted had the fewest people actually near the TV compared to those who were hanging out in the very back of the room than any other Super Bowl party I've ever been to in my whole entire life. The halftime show happens, and we just basically switched places. We did a big just reversal where everyone who had been close to the TV kind of backed off and everyone else kind of moved forward. And this is led in part by Sports Doc Wife. And my daughter's sitting on the ground getting ready for the halftime show, and just hearing how loudly Sports Doc Wife was able to sing all the lyrics to the song, if not almost everybody in that room, and have my daughter be like, wow, they know this music, was quite adorable in a moment in time that I won't forget. So.
My favorite part was when it was like just about to begin, and your son, being your son, wanted to talk about things, and your wife was like, "You're not allowed to talk during this."
Fair for sure. Hey, it's 8:43 on the West Coast. It's 11:43 out east. It is 4:43 for those watching GMS in the UK. But yeah, honestly, I enjoyed the halftime show, like all the artists who were there. However, the set is what caught my attention. That thing was epic because they were able to do elevation and a whole bunch of different things that were good for TV, but also good for people watching live. It was interactive. It could move around, but the set didn't move per se as much as like it was. I don't know, very It wasn't just a stage, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like it was really kind of unique, so I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Big
Plus,
fan.
Can you believe they brought a real live audio console to the stage?
They sure did. I think that was my favorite part. Watching Dre sit at this clearly not real audio console mixer, pretending to play with knobs and sliders.
All right, it's 8:44 West Coast. You did a great job in that last game.
Yeah, I did top notch.
Fantastic.
I didn't miss any of my shots.
Oh, well, I don't think we had a bad pass to one another in the least. So,
no.
Yeah.
Well, and every single time I set you up, you hit it in.
A 100% 100% not failure rate. All right, it's 8:45. We're a little bit late, so let's get over to the newsroom. Look, it's Mike O standing by to let us know what Mike O's tracking at this hour.
Today is in fact Valentine's Day, and if you're wondering what to get the person who has everything, well, let Brandy Smith from KHOU 11 tell you, because they probably don't have this, a Madagascar hissing cockroach named after them. We've had a lot of really great responses. Houston Museum of Natural Science entomologist Lauren Davidson, what a mouthful. I think people are always weirded out. They're like, what? You're doing what with these cockroaches? The museum is letting visitors name the roaches before they spend a few nights in the Heartbreak Motel. It's a little dingy, it's a little outdated. We've got a whole jungle room going on. The honeymoon suite? Just like the standard roach motel, there are plenty of the critters hanging out on the wall and under the furniture. Cockroaches everywhere, said Davidson. But why name a cockroach after someone you actually like or even love? If you want to do it after an ex, you can, Davidson says. But it's really better if you do it after someone you love because they're really cool bugs. What? They're cool bugs as old wives' tale go and will survive a nuclear blast. It's not quite true, but they do live a long time and they can live in just the weirdest places, says Davidson. If that describes your endless love, here's the deal. For $10, you get to name the roach. So you add it to the motel and you even get a fancy certificate and a cute little pin. We really love cockroaches, and we hope you love them too, Davison says. Though the Heartbreak Hotel closes up shop the day after Valentine's Day, you'll still be able to visit your cockroach in the entomology hall of the Cockerel Butterfly Center. That's right. If you love somebody or hate them, name a cockroach after them, and then the cucaracha does this thing. Why would you name someone after a cockroach? This is ridiculous. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
So do you think there's a chance that we're going to get cockroaches in the mail from Look It's Mike O for Valentine's Day?
100%.
Okay. Not even like a possibility. Just
No, it's
definitely.
It's for sure happening.
I can see that working really well in the TV commercial space. It's like, this Valentine's Day, hasn't your loved one already gotten enough jewelry and chocolates? Why not spend that cash on something that you know they really want? The gift of roaches.
It's unique.
You know what I started today?
No.
My Valentine's Day centipede farm.
Is it entirely made up of caterpillars?
But people will be very in awe when they receive their box of Valentine's Day caterpillars.
People show up to see it, and I'll have to be there, and they'll be like, excuse me. I'll be like, no, don't. It's fine. You don't have to tell. It's okay.
Brendan said, yeah, I'd love to have a conversation with my husband if I gifted him a cockroach named after him. That sounds like it would go super well. Nothing says love like your cockroaches.
Well, you don't know that he doesn't want it. So you've tried it.
Yeah. That's my commercial for my centipede farm is, hey, you know that chocolate's great. You know that your loved one will absolutely adore that jewelry that you provide them. But do you know that centipedes won't work? What a good show. Hey, big thanks to all our Patreon subscribers celebrating Subiversaries. Kind of into this week, certainly over the course of the last 10 days. Kiki Low, Digital.Games, Chris M.E., Culty Vibes, Hofbrew, Incantasia, Fivesil, Grim, Toga, Superphonic, Mad Artist, and Papa Paws, Dungeon Mouser KJ, Kim Chica, and that Jeff MT. Please keep an eye on your Patreon mailbox at all times, as we like to send you a happy Subiversary message. So, by the way, Jeff did hear the Ask Jeff jingle for the first time this weekend. So.
What were his thoughts?
Enjoyed it so much that he had to show Ask Jeff wife. So coming soon.
That Jeff wife.
Coming soon from
MT,
the makers of Ask Jeff. Ask Jeff wife. Jeff's wife's really gonna appreciate when she gets a phone call. Be like, our fingers, thumbs. Brendan says, Ryan, that was wrong on so many levels. No, I'm sure it wasn't. I don't even really remember what I said, so. Whoa. Now Brendan says, nobody gets my cockroaches without consent. Let's do the news. We do this every single show in the 6 o'clock hour, and that is where we find out the video game headlines of the day, and then when we recap them in the 8 o'clock hour. It's called the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still Monday, February 14th, 2022, and this is still your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. Capcom's teasing something. They have a countdown clock. We don't know what it is. Resident Evil fans think it's Resident Evil. Monster Hunter fans thinks it's Monster Hunter. Street Fighter fans thinks it's Street Fighter. What do you think it is?
Mega Man.
Could be Mega Man. Or is it just a clock? Maybe it gets to 0 and they're just like, nah. We just liked the clock. We were just sharing the clock. That's it. There's nothing here.
It accidentally got posted. And
they're like, oops.
Yeah. It's like, well, now it's posted. We can't take it
back. We also, the nominees for the second annual Accessibility Award have been posted. The 2021 Video Game Accessibility Awards will take place March 12th, 2022. And we'll include a live stream hosted by Accessibility Awards co-creators Steven Spohn and Alana Pierce. So we'll check that out in about a month. And then our last news story of the day, announced this week, Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone sequels confirmed for this year. This fall version of the Call of Duty game, we now know, will be the sequel to 2019's reboot, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and will also include a successor in some way to Warzone. They added in the post that it will be a, quote, massive evolution of Battle Royale. Now you hug your enemies instead of shooting them.
Now there's 101 competitors.
Now it's an all water map, swimming only.
So you drop out of the spaceship or whatever we said earlier. Oh no, we said hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah. And then you land, and all of a sudden you hear. That's the water level music from Mario.
Is it?
No.
Out today, we had some highlights such as Infernax out on all of the systems, Heart of the Woods out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, River City Girls 0 out on Switch, and Smash Star out on Switch. But of course, our name of the morning went to Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp XXL out on the Switch.
Combines our two favorite Look It's My Go jobs of all time. Okay. Camp counselor and working at a school, which at one point went to prom dressed up as Chewbacca, wearing boxer shorts because they wouldn't, or jogging shorts, because they wouldn't let him just be Chewbacca. So, yeah. Great story. Look It's My Go says, now it's a battle royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. You get it at the same place that you get the apple pies from, made with McIntosh apples.
Call of Duty.
Clip of the day is coming up. Today's National Clean Out Your Computer Day, National Ferris Wheel Day, National Organ Donor Day, National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day, International Book Giving Day, and Pet Theft Awareness Day. Do you consider Bear Bear a pet?
No.
Okay.
He made that very clear early on.
Okay. All right. Well, let's say goodbye to Bear Bear. Bear Bear's got to go and probably oversee Arturo, which is the actual pet.
And I think he, in his mind, his sole purpose is to protect Arturo when he's outside. He takes it very seriously.
Did you discipline Arturo, though, for messing up your camera angle at the start of the show?
No, I can't do that.
Forgiving.
Yeah.
From Look It's My Go at this hour, we learned about an Air Asia flight that was diverted after passengers spotted a Monday and Friday snake on a plane. Also, we learned about an ancient crocodile's last meal may have been a dinosaur, and a Valentine's Day gift of roaches. Those are some of the things. Our Billy Thundergun Award today, which usually goes to a member of chat.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Will today go to the possibly deceased centipede that is outside of my garage door now. And if you would like to pay respects to this insect rather, that gave us our first 15 minutes of our final hour, you can. It's in our Discord. So. Screwed up, didn't I?
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Murder was committed. Sad. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look! It's the clip of the day. Again, Downs received those at work, for example. So maybe it's a message to try to encourage productivity.
Oh, like literally, let's get busy.
Yeah.
Like you're really lazy. Let's get busy. Also, let's date.
I just wanted to show you that I appreciate you and all the work that you put toward this company. But also your productivity is slacking. So if you could please just get busy, that would be great. I can't help but notice our metrics are slacking. Please get busy.
I can't help but notice you haven't replied to any of my emails. How about this tiny heart?
Per my last email.
Per my last tiny heart.
So there you go. Coming soon from JF Downs' office space. When you can't get through via an email, send them a candy heart.
It's true.
Good show, good show. Thanks for being with us on this Monday. If you're watching on Twitch this morning, and thank you for all the hosts. I'm going to do a full disconnect of our account from Twitch and reconnect it because I think that's what fixed it, not just simply logging in and logging out. So if you have been hosting, we sure do appreciate it. We just haven't had our alerts go off. But if you are watching on Twitch, we will send you over to Combat Cake Roll. Hey guys, I am Cake. I am a level 28 video game playing, anime watching nerd who enjoys meeting new people and loves everyone. I try to maintain a positive, safe space here for everyone. My genre is everything. I stream a variety of games, from Styx to Minecraft to Outlast, and today is just chatting saying Happy Valentine's Day. So please go over there if you'd be so kind and say good morning from GMS. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from today's show? And we start with sports.gaming.
My takeaway is that sometimes the word centipede and the word caterpillar interchangeable. Same thing. Those are the same word.
I'm telling you, I was saying caterpillar in here. It emerged as centipede. Really bizarre. Really bizarre. I just love to look at Mike so succinctly being like, that's a caterpillar. Thank you. Thank you.
Like as soon as you posted it, he was on it.
Brendan's takeaway, that was pretty okay. Ryan definitely knows the Mario underwater theme. Did I just crush that or what?
So good.
Mirage said, if a new Buzz Lightyear movie does well, do you think a Woody solo movie based on Woody's Roundup from Toy Story 2? That'd be kind of cool. Thank you, everyone who hung out with us this morning. We really appreciate it. Downs, if you finally do find those hearts, please post them in our Discord, but also answer the question that I have, which is, are candy hearts with little messages on them
Hearty or not hearty?
Get it? Hearty or not hearty? My takeaway that's pretty okay is Hefty Goof could use a check your Discord messages conversation hearts.
Hearty or not hearty?
Get it? It's funny. Mature audiences, as we send you over to Combat Cake Roll, please address accordingly and say good morning from GMS. We will see you again tomorrow, as we do Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific Time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.